There are people making $10,000, $20,000, and $50,000 selling AI services right now. And then there are people who spent the last 18 months learning every Claude update, building increasingly complicated AI agents, and posting screenshots of their automations online. And they're still broke. So what's the difference? It's not their ability to build AI, it's that one group understands how to sell an outcome and the other group is trying to sell technology. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how we position and sell AI services for $10,000 or more. I'm also going to show you how we use this exact process to help our client Mark start selling $15,000 AI automation services through his AI agency, and how our new client Jahan is going to scale from $14,000 a month to $50,000 a month with 3 steps I'm about to walk you through right now. Because here's the biggest mistake that I see people making in the AI space right now. They're obsessed with the technology, they're obsessed with Claude updates, they're obsessed with new models, they're obsessed with building AI agents, they're obsessed with creating increasingly complicated automations, and don't get me wrong, that stuff can be useful, but here's the problem. Nobody gives a shit. Business owner doesn't wake up thinking, I really need a multi-agent orchestration system powered by Claude. They wake up thinking, why aren't my salespeople following up with the leads? Why are we losing $50,000 a month in opportunities? Why does it take my team 6 hours to do something that should take them 6 minutes? And why isn't my sales calendar full of appointments like it could be? Technology is interesting to you, but the problem is interesting to the client. This is why you can have someone who is objectively better than you at AI, someone who can build more sophisticated systems, someone who knows more about APIs, someone who knows every model that's getting released, and they can still make less money than someone who barely knows how the technology works, because technical skill and commercial value are not the same thing. Value isn't determined by how complicated the thing is that you build. Value is determined by the value of the problem that you solve and how certain the client is that you can solve it. If I build a $500 automation that saves a company $50,000, that's a way better business than building a $50,000 automation that solves a $500 problem. So if you want to sell AI for $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 plus, here's the framework I want you to understand. Step 1 is finding an expensive problem. Don't start by asking what can AI do, start by asking where is this business losing money. Maybe they're generating hundreds if not thousands of leads every single month, but their team is not following up quickly enough. Maybe their sales reps are spending hours every day manually qualifying prospects. Maybe their customer support team is overloaded. Maybe their employees are spending 30 hours a week doing repetitive admin work, and maybe appointments are not being confirmed. Maybe old leads are sitting in the CRM and nobody is following up with them. Maybe their sales team is spending hours creating quotes or proposals. Maybe their employees are manually entering the same data across multiple systems. The point is that you're not looking for something that AI can do. You're looking for a problem that needs to be solved. Everything I just listed can be a business model on their own, but the point is you're not looking for something that AI can do. You're looking for something that the business is already looking to solve. Step 2 is quantifying the problem. This is where the 10K price point starts to make sense. Let's say a company generates 1,000 leads every single month, but their sales team only responds to 60% of those leads quickly enough. That means that hundreds of opportunities are potentially being lost. Now, let's say just 20 of those missed opportunities could have become customers, and let's say each customer is worth $5,000. That's $100,000 of potential revenue being left on the table. Now, imagine that you can install an AI response and qualification system for $15,000, and suddenly $15,000 doesn't sound that expensive to a business owner, because you're not selling software, an AI agent, or a Claude project. You're selling the opportunity to recover a fraction of the economic value that is being lost inside that business every single month. Step 3 is stopping yourself from selling the mechanism. What most AI agencies do is say, we'll build you an AI voice agent that integrates with Go High Level, uses Claude, and connects to Twilio and automatically qualifies your leads. And technically it does sound pretty good, it sounds pretty impressive, but the client doesn't really care. Instead, you could say something like, we'll install an AI lead response system that contacts every new lead within 60 seconds, qualifies them, and books qualified prospects directly onto your sales team's calendar. So I want you to notice what just happened. I barely mentioned AI. AI isn't the offer. AI is what sits underneath the offer. It's not the primary focus. The client isn't buying your automation. They're buying what the automation allows their business to achieve the desired outcome. This is where positioning becomes extremely important. You don't want to be the company that says, we're an AI automation agency, because that's incredibly commoditized. Instead, you want to become the company that solves a specific expensive problem using AI, and that is what you market. For example, Saying we build custom AI solutions for businesses is completely weak. It's going to get overlooked. Everybody is saying that. But saying we help real estate teams convert more of their inbound leads without hiring additional SDRs is much, much stronger. Because now you have a specific market, a specific problem, a specific buyer, and a specific outcome. And this is not theory or anything theoretical. We apply this exact same framework to our client, Mark. Mark already had an AI agency. He understood the technology. He could build the systems, but his problem wasn't his ability to build. His problem was turning that capability into an offer that businesses would actually pay serious money for. He needed a way to generate attention on his offer and get people to commit to paying over $10,000 for his service. It's not about trying to teach Mark how to build better AI. What we're doing is we're helping him package what he already knew into an offer that had enough perceived and actual economic value to justify $15,000 of a price tag. Mark started selling $15K AI automation services. That's the difference. The technology didn't suddenly become 10 times better. The way that the technology was positioned and offered is what changed. That's something I think a lot of people in the AI space completely misunderstand. If you want to sell an AI service for over $10,000, I want you to ask yourself these three questions. One, is the problem expensive? If solving the problem only saves the business $500, you probably don't have a $10,000 offer. Number two, can you measure the outcome? Can you tie your solution to more revenue, lower costs, more appointments, faster operations, less labor, higher conversion? The more measurable the outcome, the more easier it becomes to justify a higher price. Now, number three, is the client already spending money trying to solve the problem? This one is massive. It's huge. If they're already spending $20,000 a month on advertising, $100,000 a year on employees, or $50,000 a year on software trying to solve problems that your solution already provides, then you don't have to convince them that the problem exists. You're simply presenting a better solution, and this leads into the actual sales process. First step is to diagnose the problem and find the bottleneck. The second step is to quantify the problem and put a dollar value on what the bottleneck is costing the business. And the third step is to prescribe the solution, not describe what you will do for them, but prescribe a solution to their problem. That is the key within the sales process. Explain the system that fixes the problem, not talking about the tech, but delivering the outcomes and the desires. The fourth step is to introduce the AI as the mechanism that allows the system to work faster, cheaper, or at a greater scale. And the fifth step is to anchor your price against the problem. Don't anchor your $15,000 price against what an automation normally costs. Anchor it against what the problem is currently costing them. And then finally, you sell the outcome. The price isn't $15,000 because the automation itself is worth $15K. The price is $15,000 because the business outcome is worth significantly more than $15,000. So if you're trying to make more money selling AI right now, I want you to stop asking what sort of AI can I build. Stop asking what's the newest Claude update and stop asking what new AI agent I should create. Start asking what expensive problem can I solve for a specific business. People who are going to make the most money with AI in this next generation are not going to be the ones who understand AI the most. It's the people who understand the leakages and cracks in businesses the best. So don't sell AI, just sell what makes AI possible. If you sell AI services and want help scaling your offer, just shoot me a follow on Instagram and DM me letting me know that you came from this YouTube video, and we'll chat soon.